Hello, everyone. Dr. Turpeau here, Black America's Love Doctor. On this YouTube channel, I talk about relationships, marriage, love relationships, and other topics as well as sometimes answering questions from viewers. So today we're going to answer a question from a viewer regarding relationships. So let's jump into the question for this evening. And she says here, Dear Dr. Turpeau, my question is pretty old, but near and dear to my heart. I was dating a man, 8 years my senior, and he catered to every part of me. He was a good man, but I was emotionally immature and wasn't prepared for such an amazing man. But I loved him dearly. I took him for granted, and he just reached a breaking point. He asked me not to call and has even gone so far as to insinuate filing a restraining order if I did decide to contact him. All I want to do is talk to him. I encourage and embrace his newfound romance, but I want my friend back. FYI, he thinks that I've slept with a friend of his, which is not entirely true. Okay. There are two sides to every story. I have not been allowed an opportunity to explain, and I feel that I deserve that much, especially since we were in a very serious relationship, even considering marriage and starting a family. Is there anything I can do to try to break down the walls that will allow him at least to embrace the idea of communicating with me? I wonder if he ever loved me because his actions go against everything he worked so hard to attain with me. Now, he acts as if he hates me and even acts as if I never existed. I realize that he may be unable to trust me with his feelings, but I truly believe that somewhere inside of him there's a small place with my name on it, and since some time has passed, I think he may even think of me in a more positive way as opposed to negative. I see his friends out and they speak. I wrote him a letter and he returned it. His manager has even asked me to step away from the situation and give him room. I'm not smothering him, nor am I calling him, but I really wish that he would allow us to have a 3-minute conversation so that I may have closure. I could possibly just want him back just to see if he would allow me back in. But I really miss him. I truly adore him, and if only to apologize, I would like to look him in his eyes so that he could see and feel my sincerity. Months have passed by, actually approaching a year, and it's the holidays, and it makes me sad, but even more so, I can have a decent relationship because I'm thinking about him and how they compare to him. I guess she's saying she can't have a decent one. I realize now that no man will probably come close to adoring me like he did, but it just makes it very difficult to accept anything less than what I'm used to, and he treated me like a queen in every way. Alrighty, there must be something I can actively do besides rely on fate. I pray every day for the situation to change, but you should know better than anyone what touches a man's heart. Or should I just allow time to heal the wounds in hopes that he will reach a place of forgiveness? I doubt that our paths will cross unless he initiates it. We're in the same city, but he has done everything to ensure that our paths do not cross. Please offer any advice that you may have. All righty. So before we get into responding to this question, I just want to remind people, if you find these videos interesting, you like these videos, please like them, click like, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And even more importantly, if you find that this video is not only helpful for you, but if you think it might be helpful for someone else, then definitely share this video with others as well. Okay? All right, so that being said, let's get into trying to answer this viewer's question. So, viewer, I just want to say, first of all, just be thankful that you had a great relationship with this guy and you got to really experience true love. A lot of people haven't experienced that and they want to experience true love. So let's be grateful that you had that experience with this person. So unfortunately, though, when you were having that experience, you were not able to appreciate it. And so inevitably it led to the downfall of you not being able to have it anymore. So, there's an old saying that we don't miss our water until the well runs dry. And that's what's going on here. You didn't know how good you really had it until you no longer had it. So sometimes, unfortunately, it takes us it requires that we lose things before we value it. And so it took your losing it for you to be able to value it. You can't erase the past. You can't go back. You can't time travel. There is no time capsule that can make you go back and erase the things that you did. You did what you did. And in what you were doing, as he was loving you, you were consistently hurting him. And so, and now that it's over and he's not taking you back, you recognize the error of your ways. And I think you're starting to feel guilty about it. You actually probably you've been feeling guilty about it. And you want him to take you back. You want him to forgive you. And that's not happening. And it hurts. You're not used to being in this situation. You're used to being the one who's not hurting, and now you're the one who's hurting, and he's giving you some of this hurt to you now, and it doesn't feel good. So you want him to take you back, forgive you, and in that way you can feel good, and your burden has been released, and you feel great, while he still has to suffer the burden of being a loving forgiver. You'll feel better. But again, what happens? He doesn't feel good. And so what do we have happen again? If he does that, again, you're on top. You come out great, and he feels hurt. And so it's been this way, and you want it to continue to be in that way by making you feel better by forgiving you. Well, you know what? I think it's time for a change. Okay? It's time for a change. It's time for him to get the love that he deserves. He needs love. It sounds like he deserves it, that he's been a good lover to you. And he needs love. Now, what does love look like for him? For him, love does not look like you all reconnecting. That's what you want love to look like. You want to reconnect. And it is too early for him to reconnect with you. He doesn't want that. He's the authority in what he needs, the type of love that he needs. So forcing him to have a reunion is for you. That is to make you feel better. Okay, that's not for him. That's not what he needs. That's what you need. And so what he needs is to be away from you. That's what love looks like to him. So you just need to understand that if you really love him, you're going to give him what he needs, not what you need. So you told him what you needed. You told him you want to reconnect. You told him that you love him, and you'll be different. So you've done everything that you can do. There's nothing else to do. Stop forcing him to reunite with him. Again, it's not about you now. Now it's about him. So don't expect more than that. Don't expect anything more from him. Matter of fact, be happy for him. Okay? Especially if he finds a love relationship. He deserves it. Okay? It doesn't feel good when we recognize that we've hurt the ones that we love. And that's what you're feeling now. You're not feeling good because you recognize that you hurt somebody that you love, that you actually love. So all you can do is ask for forgiveness and move on. That's all you can do. Once you ask for forgiveness, move on. That's all you can do. There's nothing, because you can't erase the past. Just ask for it and be done with it. So, maybe you'll receive that forgiveness. Maybe you'll receive it sooner than later. Or you might not ever receive it. So sooner, later, or never. But you can't worry about that. But what you can decide, and what you do have control over, is your reaction. And your reaction and response can be, well, you know what? Next time, I'll do differently. Next time, I'll behave differently. Next time love comes my way, I will appreciate it. So that's the best thing you can do. Ask for forgiveness, what you've done. And now just learn from your lesson and say, next time, I'll do differently. So he doesn't owe you. He doesn't have to forgive you. All you can do is ask for it and then move on. So you want him to just be friends. He doesn't need to be friends with you right now. You go ahead and make some new friends. Let him go ahead and make some new friends. Maybe years down the road, once he heals from your relationship, maybe years down the road, once he heals from his hurt, he can be friends with you. But his love for you, his connection to you was too strong for you to be friends. He can't handle just being friends with you right now. He needs to go on and be separate from you in order to heal. So that's not something that he wants right now. Okay. So, but maybe in time, like I said, a few years down the road. But you've done enough. There's nothing else for you to do. So that's my take on it. Forgive yourself. Ask for forgiveness. He can give it to you or not forgive it to you. Move on, learn from your lesson, and then forgive yourself. I mean, I'm not beating up on you. I shoot straight with people, hopefully in a tactful, respectful way. You've done enough. There's nothing else you can do. All you can do now is forgive yourself. You know, and don't be hard on yourself. You're just learning like the rest of us. All of us are here with the cards that we've been dealt. We're trying to make the most out of this life, doing the best that we can. And that's what you're trying to do. And hopefully you're learning from your lessons so you can do better and better as we go through this journey called life. So, and hopefully you'll grow up and mature more and appreciate the finer things in life, the meaningful things in life, rather than the superficial things in the game playing that people do. So, and one of the things as you mature, hopefully you'll recognize what mature love is. Mature love is actually more spiritual than romantic love. And mature love is more sacrificial. It's more selfless. It keeps the need of the other person in mind rather than just my need. And mature love asks the question, what's best for the person I love? Which may require some sacrifice and self-denial. And so that's more of a mature love, and hopefully you'll gain more of an appreciation for that. So, alrighty, but have no fear. Romantic love will come around. It's going to come around. So don't worry about that. You will experience it. It will come around again. But next time, you'll know what to do. Harmonious wishes.